Hey guys, Corey here. In today's video, I wanted to go over a state bill that's commonly referred to as SB10 and explain to you the potential hazards that it poses on the San Diego housing characteristics and communities. So what are we waiting for, guys? Let's jump in. Okay, like I said, it's the state bill referred to as SB10. You guys might have seen some yard signs in the yards that has a no to SB10, and maybe you're wondering what it is. So it's a state bill that was brought out on, into a policy from Sacramento, and in essence, it's to address the incredible housing crisis that we're experiencing here in California. Now, this is an opt-in SB10 per city. It's not a mandatory requirement, and currently no other cities have opted in for it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria is considering putting it into effect. Some of the things that they brought up is that they want to increase density, housing density in transit-rich communities, which I think that's a good idea. They haven't defined what they consider transit-rich. So currently, it's if you're within a half mile of a trolley, a bus stop, or something like that. On that SB10, that you could increase density on those parcels. San Diego, however, is going to expand that from a half mile to 1 mile, which is ludicrous because the idea here is that somebody that lives within that half mile range of the bus stop is going to ride that bus, to get to the grocery store, to get to work, etc., etc. So they're going to lax parking requirements in this SB10. Now the bill says that, if you have a 5,000 square foot lot, you could take that house down, single family house in a single family resident, and build 5 units. Plus with the ADU policies, you can get an extra 2 in there, right? So, and they're increasing the FAR. So now you've got a 5,000 square foot lot that you can build 5 units plus 2 ADUs for a total of 7 units. The other problem is that they've increased the FAR, which is called floor area ratio. In single family residences, most of the time it's only 60% of the lot size. So again, taking it back to the example of a 5,000 square foot house, you would be able to put 3,000 square foot of a single family house on that particular lot. The other caveat is that the current, setback requirements, which from property to property, giving you that kind of sense of privacy and the sense of intimacy in the neighborhood, is going to be relaxed. And now with SB10, it would become 5 foot on the front of the setback and 4 feet on each side of it. So you can have these like monstrosity structures in these single family neighborhoods. I mean, if you look at some of these pictures here, this is going to kind of give you an example where you've got, small little single family home, and then next door to it are these huge structures that are multi-units. Parking is going to be impacted. You can see that they're also in SB10 talking about relaxing that 30-foot height limit and going to 35 feet so that they can get a full 3 stories on it. Now, the FAR, as I mentioned, they're going to go outside of that 5,000 square feet. So you could actually go up to 15,000 square feet of livable space on a 5,000 square foot lot. So basically you could build 3 footprints of that 5,000 square foot lot. Now that's a huge problem. Now, when you go a mile out, I think that, we do have to have some, issues with with the housing crisis that we're experiencing, some solutions. But if you take like the likes of like El Cajon Boulevard, or some other busy main streets where there's going to be buses, there's lots of restaurants, the walkability score is high. If you went a quarter mile or a half mile outside of those transits, people could walk there to the bus stop and use the bus. If you look at this image here, Sandag put out a study and it said that 92% of people who ride public transportation live within a half mile range of that public transportation. I just don't see people, walking from 1 mile away. I mean, historically, San Diego, before 1940, they did have those cottage corridors where the trolley would run down from, North Park, Hillcrest, Mission Hills, even City Heights. And there was these little villages within those that you could have, your local corner store, your coffee shop, your grocery store, and then you would take the trolley into downtown to go to work. So, you weren't necessarily so car dependent, but then, after 1940, they started having these urban sprawls. So, there's all these suburbs that popped up and they are car dependent. But under this SB10 bill now, those are all going to be subject to having multi-family structures within those neighborhoods. So you can see where this is really going to be a problem. I hope you see this. If you are on board with being opposed to SB10, or if you want more information about it, there's a website and a volunteer group that's called Neighbors for a Better San Diego. I'll go ahead and post up their website right here. You can find out a lot more information. You can get registered onto their site so that they can keep you posted. Calls of action are on there as well. You can donate. They've actually filed a lawsuit against the city of San Diego to stop this. I think we need to get behind this and raise awareness. So if you guys know anybody who might be interested in seeing this video, forward it to them so that they can get the word out to everybody. Because San Diego is also, as I forgot to mention, is they're trying to put this all into a package, which is a San Diego Housing Action Plan, and they're gonna kind of just stuff this SB10 bill within that. So we really need to be diligent on this. Thank you for your time. If you have any more questions about it, feel free to reach out to me at 619-200-3236 or on the web at sdcoastalagent.com. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make it a great day.